Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please, none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really bout this, don't talk about it. Really on the move, on the map, never slip. Keep your hands to your lips, don't talk about it. Real eyes, real lies all the time. Stand on it, if we said it, we don't walk around it. Loose lips, sink ships, red cup, blue strips, new phone, who this? No, we don't allow it. Really on go, I don't know what's an off day. Now we on road, came from smoking in the hallway. Now we got.
Hey. Happy pre-birthday Eve to me. Thank y'all for tuning in.
There we go.
You sure right. You finna get all this. All of it.
Get nothing.
Whatever.
What is that? Aquarius is Aquarius season.
Yes, it's Aquarius season.
Okay.
I'm finna sit here and brush my beard.
I'm not playing with you today at all. So welcome in, everybody. If you have not yet, please like, share, as well as subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube so you can know when we are live. So hope everyone is good and safe. I know everybody is experiencing different weather conditions according to where you live at. I'm glad we got past that little shenanigans in Texas because I'm kind of over winter right now. I need spring to come on in and be all right and go and balance this on out. But the groundhog said we getting 6 more weeks. So one said saw the shadow, one didn't. They all confused. It is what it is. Hey. As you can see, everybody is locked and loaded for this first Friday of the awesome February, which is also Black History Month. If you don't know nothing about Black history, learn something new, at least one thing new this year, not the regular stuff. We all know about Harriet.
Not one thing new this year. One thing a day. Learn one thing a day.
Happy Black History
Month. That might be too much for some people. That's why I said
they need to do that shit. It's the shortest month. That's lazy.
Learn something outside the basics.
That's lazy. It's the shortest month. You learn 28 things.
Why they call all this crazy?
What are you singing, Lanika?
Yeah, black on black. Jam. That is the jam. They need to play that on the radio.
Black blackity.
Blackity black.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. As you can see, cutting up in the bottom corner tonight, she feeling acting a little gangsterish. I don't know if that was from her little Facebook.
Here you go, show it up.
Her little Facebook picture.
It's that hat. I'm gonna pull it up right now so y'all can see it.
The alter ego showed up tonight. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for having me once again on this beautiful Black History Month night.
I didn't like my alter ego photo. It was weird.
I made my own. They had me bald headed with the other one, and I didn't realize I had another hand. I had 3 hands, so somebody pointed it out. I had 3 hands on mine too. So I made my own.
I just went with it. I said, well, okay. Multifaceted.
My alter ego would be a grumpy old lady with a bad wig that done cussed everybody out and they done locked her up.
I can see it. But anyway, good to see y'all, man. What's happening, everybody? We are here. TK, what we talking about?
All right, D.A. ain't said his hellos. He over there looking
grumpy,
lost. Yeah, that too.
No, yeah, I got an attitude, but it's all good.
Pre-hangry.
Nah.
Right.
It's people.
Okay. Understood. Lord, I understand that very much. So thank y'all as y'all are coming in. Tonight's topic is called Fear Factor.
I'm finna go.
No, you ain't. Get your little
Call me after the show.
Santa Claus looking stuff back over here. So we all know that fears exist. There are many types of things that people fear: snakes, rats, roaches,
spiders,
elevators, heights, all these different things. And a lot of times these things can stop us from doing a lot of things and achieving some things in life. There are usually sometimes that we are able to push through, move forward, and navigate. But tonight we are going to discuss fears in general, fears that we may have, and how we can push through and navigate through this thing. Because, hey, life is worth living. I'm sorry, y'all getting.
Make sure my lips is.
He kissing folks in the air. And
I was putting. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me mute my mic. Gotta make sure the lip. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So, Radhika, passing the mic to you, ma'am.
All right. So we are talking about fears, and we want to definitely make a distinction between fears and phobia. You know, we can be scared of stuff. I don't like scary movies. I don't like nothing with demons, children of the corn, none of that stuff. I don't my cousin made me watch that stuff when I was a kid, and I don't really care about it. Snakes, I can say I have a fear of snakes, but I don't have a phobia. And there's a big difference. Typically fear, you know, it might be a threat of something. When I'm afraid of heights, I'm scared I'm gonna fall. You know, maybe if I have to climb a ladder, I'm gonna be shaking. That's real. I'm gonna really be shaking. But if I'm on a bridge, I'm okay because I'm in a car. I ain't looking down. I can't see the ground. But you have some people whose fears turn into a phobia, and they will not drive across a bridge. They gonna go around if they can, or they ain't going, or somebody else have to drive, and they freaking out and hyperventilate and all these other things. So what is the difference? Fear is a response to a real perceived threat. If a snake starts slithering in here, I'm scared as hell. But nevertheless, if somebody holding the snake and just kind of whatever, it's like, I'm okay. We had an event at school a while back. It was like a college and career thing, and somebody from the animal wildlife something had a snake. You might have seen a picture with me kind of standing by doing a selfie. You want to put it around your neck? No, ma'am. But I will take a picture. But some of my coworkers was like, "Oh Jesus, they was gone." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I mean, that's a big difference, you know. Now, if that bad boy was slithering around there, yes, because I don't know which way it's going. Nobody have it. It ain't tamed. It could bite me. Yes, and it's usually something temporary. You know, you might see something that scares you, or be in a situation that scares you. You kind of over it, you know, you move on. The lady who took the picture with the snake, she went on there. Some of the other people was like, we ain't standing over there because she too close with this snake. I'm like, she got the snake. He might be drunk. I don't know. The snake didn't really seem like he was trying to attack nobody. He was chilling. But now a phobia is a different thing, right? This is an intense fear. It can be irrational. I might watch something on TV where maybe somebody, I don't know, was jogging late at night and got robbed, and so now I'm scared. Now I ain't never got robbed at night, Lord, thank you. Hopefully that won't happen. But you know, you might watch the news. They got all kind of sensationalized stuff on, and then you begin to fear something that could happen and may not have ever happened to you, or perhaps something did happen and you may be fearing it occurring again. That's usually when we have a little PTSD and we hypervigilant. You know, so phobias are typically tied to objects or situations or reactions to a stronger risk, or by watching something. Public speaking, I get a little nervous. I don't really care about it. Who could tell, right? I don't really care about public speaking so much, but I mean, I get over my fear. I kind of, once I get started, that's it. Some people cannot. They knees will buckle. They're going to sweat. They throw up. They doing all kind of mess, you know, because that's a phobia they've developed. They may avoid situations. They don't want to go on the roller coasters. Like I said, they don't want to go on the bridge, whatever the situation may be. And so it can really when a fear turns phobic, it can bring a lot of anxiety, a lot of intrusive thoughts, a lot of negative thoughts, overthinking, catastrophizing, you name it. It could bring a lot of mental anguish, and people will do everything they can to avoid certain situations. Yeah. What are y'all fears? Didn't they have somebody have a book, Fear of a Black Man? Or was that a song? Was that a song or a book?
That was a song. That was a song by Public Enemy.
Okay, there it is.
Look, who on it tonight? Look at it.
I told y'all my alter ego showed up. It might be a little militant here. I don't know.
It's that hat to the back.
It's the hat to the back.
Put it to the side. That might be a little bit better. Put it to the side.
Yeah, that be like Flavor Flav. Okay. But since my brother mentioned that, and I, Public Enemy, yeah. I might go there. For a little bit. It's Black History Month. You can have fear of people, cultures, races. People typically stereotype or prejudge a group of people, and it could come to a point to where it is more of a fear that turns into a phobia. I don't like a group of people because I'm afraid of what they may bring. They may be stronger, they may be faster, they may be smarter, they may be a bit more creative, and they might wipe me out as a population of people. So I'm going to do everything I can to try to destroy this fear that I have, this phobia that I have with a group of people. Okay, I went there just a little bit. I'm pulling back up because that ain't what this show is about tonight. We're talking about other fears.
You're right. A lot of fears and a lot of phobias stem from fears.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And sadly, that a black man is one of those biggest fears for a lot of people.
Yeah, probably never even really met one, and that's a lot of people in a lot of cases.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Only time they see black people is like on the news and they doing something crazy, and then people start like, oh God, they're animals, and then it just feeds the stereotype.
People have no idea. If you look at the Karens, the quote unquote Karens of the world, I think there's a fear, there's an ignorance, and there's a big fear there. And so I want to get, and then the Karen wants to get in everybody's business and try to figure out what's going on and just believe that there is something negative happening. And then it turns into all this other drama that we see on social media, or into some big things that we've been seeing. And that kind of perpetuates the situation. These people are dangerous. I like Dee said, to see them on TV, they cutting up. Maybe we watch a movie, they clowning. They doing all this stuff. Oh, all the crime that we see on TV is by this certain group of people, but you got a lot of other folk that do probably far worse, same thing. So yeah. That fear turns into a phobia, and people do whatever they can do to try to avoid it, to try to destroy it, whatever the case may be. Now, switching gears, sometimes people have social anxiety, fear of, being judged. Maybe they experienced something in childhood. Maybe parents were a bit judgmental, kind of, Black parents hard on you. Don't do this, don't do that, fix this, fix that. You can do this better, da. And then, a child, a person may feel like, okay, I can't never get nothing right. I can't do nothing right. Maybe my clothing, maybe my hair, maybe my whatever. And so there becomes a fear to be in a public space or a public setting because you don't know do I have this right? Did I say this right? Am I presenting myself right? Or even if they experience bullying at school, somebody might be, or they might be bullying somebody else. They might be like, oh, look at they got this, they used to get on folk for having stuff from Walmart. You got your stuff from Walmart. Mm-hmm. Child is affordable. Sit down. but how folk could do, they want to judge because what the children wearing and I can't wear this. because I'm gonna get clowned, and then it becomes a lot of anxiety, a lot of phobias, a lot of social anxiety, and folks don't even want to go to school. We get a lot of kids that walking. I mean, I got a huge campus I work on, but they getting in, and it's just like, I can't do this. Homeschool, please.
Yeah. And even more so than that, like I'll tell a little story about me. And TK, she's heard this story. So when I was a kid in elementary school, I had a teacher, and am I the only one hearing the echo or like the TV or something?
Oh, I heard something at first, but I don't hear no more.
Okay.
You might have heard my papers turning. I don't know if that was.
No. I heard talking. I heard talking. But when I was in elementary school, I had this teacher, and she used to like shake me like real bad. I used to stutter, right? Yeah, I used to stutter. Well, I still do, but it was a whole lot worse when I was a kid. And like she literally would shake me until I saw blue. Like it was horrible. So like now, social anxiety. Like I was telling TK earlier, I was supposed to go to a school to do something, but I did. When I have time to mentally prepare for certain settings, I'm okay. But this particular event was just kind of sprung on me today. So it almost caused me to completely shut down, in that anxiety space. So it's a real thing. And what happens is what I realized, there's other people that deal with certain, fears like, driver's anxiety, it's fear of driving. Um, when you're pushed into a space without being able to properly mentally prepare, then it can be like, from my experiences, it's almost like like pressing a reset button and then having to work through it again to get back to where you were. Um, you know, so social anxiety is something, I've had to overcome that in a lot of situations.
Thank you for sharing that. People do. I have anxiety. I have generalized anxiety. And it's kind of tough to be put in a situation that's just sprung on you. Because I think for me, and I'm a Cancer, so I'm going to think about whatever. If I have to do something, I've been thinking about it, processing it, kind of visualizing what it is I have to do, the way I have to do it. Now, does it always flow like I would like it to? No. But right. I think it's the mental preparation for something that's helpful. I might think negative, might think positive about it. Nevertheless, mentally, I'm prepared for whatever it is that happens. But when you just bam, throw something at me, it's like, damn, oh man. And I allow that anxiety and that adrenaline to kind of push me. I'm not going to run from it, but I know in some situations people do.
Yeah.
Because people really can't handle it. And I think it's bigger and deeper than just a fear. It becomes phobic, where it can cause mental anguish.
Yep.
People can be in situations, they're going to freeze up, they're going to run, they're going to fawn, whatever the case may be, because it is a response to whatever is going on. And there's some deeper stuff there, Go ahead.
No. And I was going to say, and even it's worse, like, like me, I have a hard time driving in traffic, right? Especially if somebody else is in the car with me, because now it's like I'm responsible for this person. So that anxiety, I mean, they're like, man, just thinking about it right now. Like, I'm cool at night, times of the day when it's not like hot traffic time. But when it's traffic time and up here where I live and the way these people drive, oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had times where like I've had to pull over on the road and literally call TK because I'm like, okay, this, distract me. We got to get me out of this headspace. So, yeah.
Now, where do you think that stems from?
So the anxiety aspect, I've had some close friends, lose their lives in car accidents, and it wasn't their fault. You can be doing everything you're supposed to be doing, but then when there's other people that are careless, Um, you know, the other aspect, like I told a story, the teacher that used to shake me. So now when it comes to talking, in crowds, and I feel like maybe I'm going to be judged or looked at a certain way. Now I push through. I overcome a lot. A lot of people don't realize how much I'm able to recognize it, but I refuse to reside in it.
Yeah.
And through therapy and getting tools and stuff like that, I'm able to press through. But when I express it to people, because I press through so much, a lot of times it's hard to believe. But yeah, some days I feel like I'm crippled.
Yeah.
Like I literally just shut off the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just you being a Libra, because I get like that too.
Possibly.
I get like
I
that.
think it.
Everybody like, you, what's wrong with you? You got an attitude? Nah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
So
So,
I'm just chilling. Don't want to be bothered.
but it is a thing, though. It is a thing, and I know some other people that deal with different anxieties. Yeah.
Yeah. I know for me and elevators ain't friends. Yeah, I can see the sign and my anxiety go. Yeah, I avoid the elevator like the plague, and I know that kind of stems from being stuck in the elevator when I was a kid.
How long was you in there?
Oh man.
A good little minute, huh?
Shit, I don't know, good enough for me to holler, cry, and down there pass out. Yeah, I was in there for
Like
way
you,
too
you
long.
childish. You still laughing.
I'm with you. I am with you. It was making me think about a situation I had. I have claustrophobia. I truly do. I don't even know
Yes.
really how or where it came from. To be honest, but just thinking about stuff here lately, I feel like my lungs are closing up. Like I feel like I can't breathe when I think about it because with my cancer journey, I've had to have a lot of MRIs. And like the very first one, and I think I had one years ago and I was okay. But then, when I recently, prior to all the whole thing, I had one and I went through it, but I was like, damn, I don't know. And then like it got worse, I guess, as I thought about it. And then we were at school. This is the funny part. We were at school and we had a situation where we had to leave campus for some kids that were in distress. And so we going with the police officer because we're trying to find them. And I'm clowning, I cut up everywhere. So I'm like, oh yeah, let's go in the police car. We in the SUV. I'm like, let me get in the back of the police car where the people who go to jail be. And they was like, yeah, get back there. I get back there. There's no cushion on the seat. They got this window thing in bars. You can't raise the window down. I said, hell no. They was like, oh, laughing. I'm like, oh, y'all gonna have to put me in the front seat. Right. So my other coworker got back there and we laughed about it, but my heart was like, no. So I mean, and that's something. It's like, well, dang, I hope to never get in trouble because if I got to get the back of that car, I don't know what I'm gonna do, Jesus. I do not know. When it comes to MRIs, I let them know, like, yeah, either give me some anesthesia or give me a little pill, and I do that. And that pill. But on the flip side of that, I really think about it, like, where did this come from and what can I do? Because I don't want to, I always have to have somebody drive me to get an MRI, people not available. My parents older, they, trying to drive in Houston traffic, child, that's scary by itself, okay? So, I think about that, like, what do I need to do to, get through that particular fear? So, yeah. I'm still working on it. I'm going to talk to my therapist when we meet again. Be like, you know what? I just deal with it, in other ways. But what can I do to work on this claustrophobia thing that seems to increase as time goes on?
That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Almost sound like PTSD.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, like, nobody locked me in nowhere. I wouldn't. I used to be a kid. And
cancer can be traumatic.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of times you don't realize it until afterwards, and and you replay it, and then the symptoms start like
Yeah.
claustrophobia from then. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to diagnose you.
No, you're good. You on it, brother. You are definitely on it. Because when I think about just that whole experience, when I have to go there, you know, I kind of do get flashbacks, and I'm around people with cancer. I'm going to MD Anderson, so it's a whole experience by itself, and the MRI just kind of it's the icing on the cake for it. You know, kind of reminder of what I have been dealing with and what I have to deal with, and all of those things. So yeah, you right on. You spot on. Now the police car, I don't know. You know, I ain't did nothing to go to jail.
That we know. Okay, we'll talk about that off the air.
I ain't do nothing.
That alter ego, I don't know about that.
My alter ego has done some time. Look like she done cuss a few folk out and did some things. So yeah, bless her heart.
Yeah.
What you got, Dia? You got anything?
I'm thinking like I don't know.
Yeah, gotcha. But what about like there's other type of fears like people like so let's talk about the relationships aspect. A lot of people settle.
You gonna go that route?
I mean,
that's why my head to the back, bro. Going deep.
Is that what it is? I mean, I'm just saying, ain't nobody. We talking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
my only thing is like dying alone.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's
Have you ever like found somebody that died alone? Has that been something that you've?
And see, that's what I'm trying to figure. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out where it came from. I've had people that died and like they weren't found for like a couple of days.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense.
Like that, yeah. But yeah, that part I'm not. It's I guess. Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say, I guess it might be just the dying and nobody. Now I've seen somebody die and nobody like showed up for them. That's another one. Like, but I don't. I feel like even though I wild out a lot and do things. I feel like if I was to be removed from this earth, somebody would show up.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody would show up.
I mean, if nothing else, we gonna be there.
Yeah. But like, so I used to have a fear of death, like death in general. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. The military has the military will numb you of that, of death, because of like either the training or they try to desensitize you. Because again, the job was to kill. So if you have a fear of death, you're gonna freeze and then react. So they try to numb you from that. So it's just automatic. But then also like realizing like the amount of people that I lost in life, it's just like it's inevitable. There's nothing you can do or say about that. So that's why I say I think my and that's now I'm thinking about it. That's probably where my fear of dying alone came from. Of individuals dying in a foreign country. You know what I mean? Some stuff like that. Now I'm thinking about it. I think that's what it is. So that might be it versus dying alone. Shit, dying in a foreign country, not dying close to home.
Yeah, I can see that death. I would say that I'm with you in that same space of surrounding death. I feel like I have a fear of that, and I have a fear of the after death part especially when it involves my kids.
I can see that. I did, but now I'm looking at it like, nah, he in good hands. Like between his girlfriend and him just being, yeah, he in good hands. And you got to worry about him. So like, yeah, and I think I have done enough to ease the blow for him. Funny story about that though. We was talking one night. Me and him was just talking, and he said, Dad, I'm gonna be like you and get into DVDs." He said, "Cause everybody in the streaming." He said, "I don't like that." He said, "I want a tangible. Well, I got to go pick out a movie." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, when I die, you can have all these movies." He's like, "Yeah, you just ruined it for me. That's just so morbid. You just ruined it for me." He said, "You ain't got to say that." Like, damn, like, come on now. And I just said it, and I was like, then after he said that, I was just like, "Yeah, that is kind of morbid." Okay, I get it. I get that.
I got a pretty extensive DVD collection myself.
Yeah.
I'll be watching them. Well, yeah, that's interesting, man. Yeah, I'm glad you shared that story. Yeah, TK Larnika, y'all wanna chime in? Or?
No, I like I said, I'm the same way. I think probably even more so I've seen a different um coin to it with my dad dying last year. So and just seeing how things have unfolded, the reactions of people, even my own reactions. A lot of times, the impact that you have as a person once you're gone, that impact is great to a lot of people. So it affects people in a lot of different ways. I know for me, when my time comes, I know my kids are really going to have a hard time. So I hate to think of it a lot of times, but I just know that that's going to be a big impact for them.
Yeah, but it's natural. Kids are supposed to bury parents.
Mhm.
Parents are supposed to bury kids.
True. That is very true. And I think even like at our age, um, my mom talks about it a lot. She's constantly reminding me where the insurance policies are and whatever changes she may make and stuff like that. So it's like, and now
All
at
right.
our age, not only are
Can we
we
really
talking
back
about,
in a little bit? Can we really back? I don't want
I got
to.
you. I'm just saying, hey, we talking about fears, and this is just them things. Like,
Yes, we've been lingering for a while. Nick, you got
yeah.
anything you want to
So
add right there?
I think that's fair. Hell, I don't want to think about my parents passing. I know it is inevitable. It's inevitable that we all will die. I don't have necessarily a fear of me dying. Um, I think my fear is like, how would my family feel? I wouldn't want my family to have to mourn, but I mean, hell, when people die, you're gonna mourn, regardless. So
Yeah.
that's something there. If my mama start talking about policies, that's gonna scare the hell out of me. I ain't gonna even lie. If she starts saying some stuff, it's gonna be like, oh Lord Jesus, I ain't ready for it, Lord. So I think that is a fear. I think most people probably would have that. Um,
Yeah.
but fear of dying and nobody find you. I think my biggest fear is if I get sick or something and nobody found me and I have died because no one found me. Maybe I had I don't know, stroke or something, Jesus, or something that could have been helped, or I could have, if I would have gotten medical attention early enough, I would have been okay. And nevertheless, I'm alone, nobody's here, and I get sick and I end up being that way for a few days or so, and I end up passing because of that. That is scary to me. That part is a little bit scary. And I think what I kind of heard you trying to segue into was people get in relationships because they fear being alone. Yes, I can say that for myself. When I was younger, my parents were married before they were 30, and they've been together for 50 some years, And I think for me, when I was probably in college in my late 20s, getting ready to enter the 30s, that was a big concern about, am I going to get married? My parents were married already by this age. Am I going to die alone? And then you end up dating folk. It's like, I'd rather die alone than be in this situation. But people do that. You will see a lot of older folks, especially in the LGBT community. They may get these little folk who just don't need nothing but what they the homosexuals as the folks call them. They just need somewhere to stay and they taking care of people because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to die alone. So yeah, that unfortunately happens.
Yeah. And I agree with the fear with the relationship. I think there's fears when in a relationship in different aspects. I think at some point people fear getting into a relationship because of prior relationships may not have gone very well. Um, so I think there's a fear there. I think there's a fear of, like you said, damn, am I gonna get married? I'm gonna be around here just single with nobody, check it up out of here and that kind of thing. And then I think there's a fear of when you are in a relationship or when you are married and you losing your spouse. And it's like, oh shit, wait a minute, that didn't add on to all the other stuff I already got to worry about. So yeah, I think there's multiple aspects in that.
Definitely.
What about the fear of failure?
Ooh, Lord, I
Hell
used to have
yeah.
that nightmare. I used to have that nightmare all the time growing up. All the time.
Fear of failure.
That's a major one. That is a major one in a lot of aspects. I look in that as fear as, say you get a new job. You don't want to mess it up. Right now, jobs is hard as hell to come by. So, you get in this position. So many things have changed since probably your last job, or these jobs do stuff totally different from hiring to where you having 3 and 4 job interviews. Who the hell want to go through 3 and 4 job interviews? The first one is already enough. You got that little fear you're gonna mess up. Don't say nothing. What if I don't get this job and I need this job? Fear of holding as we get older, worrying about if you can retain the information to do your damn job. So I think it's a few little things, but at this point, where we are and jobs is hard to get, you damn sure don't want to lose your job.
And that'll make people stay in jobs that are toxic and all kind of mess because of the fear of, well, I'm too old. If I go somewhere else, last hired, first fired kind of belief. And so people stay in situations that are very, very uncomfortable, don't have any room for growth, all kind of stuff. The money ain't right. But because they may fear stepping out there or, trying something new or different, or even with this, the way this economy is, they'll remain in a job that they're not going nowhere. Their talents are not being used, or maybe they're being misused. A lot of different stuff going on keeps people in certain spaces. Some people, I was at this job for 60 years. It's like, did you really like it? Or were you afraid to try something else? That kind of thing.
Yeah, true. And also, like, fear of failure, I mean, it keeps people from like doing stuff like writing books, like, from, afraid that it won't be accepted. I mean, in so many other aspects, fear that the information that they're putting out won't be accepted, stuff like that. Um, and it's something that I'm pushing myself through to get some of these projects out. It's a real thing.
Yeah, because don't nobody want to write a book and then the book don't sell.
Well,
or start a business and the business closes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, or you don't really have the money to lose, and then you open a business and then you lose the money, and it's like those little aspects of it that kind of keep you like, it's like playing double dutch. Am I going for it? Now let me back up. I'm gonna do it, and then like, no, I ain't gonna do it. So yeah, a fear of failure is one of those for myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have nightmares. My nightmares, and somebody analyzed it for me. I would always either go down some stairs but could never get up them, or go up and could never go down. I'm like, what? And it would be a reoccurring nightmare. you know, it was something about stairs. I'm not afraid of stairs. We got stairs in my house growing up. I got stairs here. I go up and down stairs all the time. And I haven't had that dream in years. But when I was younger, probably in college, early 30s or something, I would have that dream. And like if I go down the stairs and I'm trying to go up, I'm like holding on for dear life, trying to go up. And I remember talking to this guy, just a classmate, and he was a psychology major. Now, this is before I even became a therapist, child. I wasn't even thinking about it. And he was like, sounds like you got a fear of failure. I'm like, really? Okay, I can see that. I'm going one way, but not going the other. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know. Being a young person, being in a small town, probably a big fish in a small pond, to be honest. Yeah. There were a lot of fears I had of failure, and I think my parents were hard on me a lot about, you know, do this, don't do that, do that. And so stepping out of their box into something of the unknown, I think had a lot of fear around it that I subconsciously absorbed, and it showed up in my dreams. Like I said, I haven't had that dream. It's been some years. But I can remember like it would reoccur. I would have it all the time for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Them stairs was on you.
Baby, I couldn't go. And I go up and down the stairs like nothing.
It could not be failure, but it could be change. Afraid of change.
That too. I can see that.
Because stairs represent steps. The steps you got to take to get to where you want. And like your struggle going up or down was that fear of change, because if you go up them steps, you don't know what's up them steps. 2, you go up them steps, you're no longer going to be the same person or in the same place you were before, and you comfortable in that place.
Okay. Okay, I feel that when I see that too. Yeah, for sure. Okay. But I must have did something, because I don't have it no. I have changed a lot, good. Yeah, and have accepted a lot of change. So perhaps walking into whatever the season was supposed to be, or whatever, you know, cured that. But nevertheless, if we do have any other fears or phobias, we don't have to sit in it and have it to hold us captive. You know, there is professional help out there that we can get. We can talk to people. You know, one of the most available things that we can do is name the fear and the emotion and rationalize, because a lot of times fear is irrational. Yeah. A lot of times things that we're afraid of, I might see something on TV. It may not be something that I truly experienced. I've never been hit by lightning. I know some people who lightning hit their car, you know, hit a tire, and I'm like, Lord, I don't really care to drive in the lightning. Will I not go anywhere? No, I'm just a bit nervous driving if it's raining and it's lightning. I'd rather not go, but I mean, if I'm in it, hell, I'm in it. I'm trying to get from point A to point B. And I think with that is speaking to it, using some affirmations, affirming, I am safe. I am safe in a thunderstorm. I'm safe in the lightning, thunder and lightning. I'm safe. Whatever affirmations to affirm a more positive mindset, because I think most situations, most fears that we have, especially if it's not something that we have experienced, we can truly change our mindset about our beliefs in that. You know, if I believe that being on the bridge don't collapse. Now bridges do collapse. How often does that happen? You know, it happens. We see it on TV. They sensationalize, but how often does it really happen? There's so many bridges in the world, in Texas. How many of them falling out? You know, and I think having a safety plan if it's something where you don't feel safe, and affirming, you know, a more positive belief in regards to it is one approach that you could take. You know, with fear comes anxiety. Anxiety brings upon that our heart rate goes up, breathing. We either gonna run from it, run to it, or freeze. And I think some grounding techniques, if we're in a situation 5 senses. What do I see? What do I smell? What do I taste? Can I give me a little peppermint? That's why them grandmothers kept them peppermints in that purse. I don't know why the paper was attached to them. They probably was tied, sucking on it, and so they put it in the purse with the napkin, with the paper, with the Kleenex, and the Kleenex had it stuck. I had enough of this. Let me put this up. I'm ready for it again with all the fuzz on it.
Wow.
But nevertheless, keep you some mint in your pocket so you can taste something. Sour candy will snap you right up. I hate it, but it'll kind of get you together, because when we have this fear and we have these anxious thoughts, our thoughts loop. We overthink. We can get in a loop, and it's like, oh Lord, I'm on the bridge, Lord, the bridge that was, I forgot what state that was in. It fell out. I'm scared of this one. It's an old bridge. It's too high. This, that, and that. I'm gonna die. This, and then if I die, what? We always going on. And if we can get something, a grounding technique of some sort, maybe start looking. What do I see? I see cars. If that's too much for you, let me put on some Luther Vandross. Somebody, let me smell something. If I got some essential oils or some cologne or perfume I might have, let me just smell it to try to get out of my head. Yep. And that is basically what the grounding technique does. If you can pull over, you probably ain't gonna pull over on the bridge. I know, because I wouldn't do it either. But when you get to a safe space where you can pull over and breathe a little bit, or maybe even get out and just walk, if there's a rest stop, because I don't get out on the highway, Jesus. I don't need nobody getting hit. But find a safe space, if you could, to breathe, to kind of gather yourself, to distract the negative thoughts that's going on. Now the distractions and avoidance is not an unhealthy situation, because it's in that moment. Then you go back and you try to, rationalize, talk to somebody about it, change your belief, do a little CBT, changing your belief about whatever it is that you're fearing. It's a process. It's not like, oh, if I just start thinking about something else, I'm fine. It takes time, because for years you probably thought about certain things a certain way, and changing your beliefs can be done. It just will take some time, So, but if you have experienced something, perhaps you were in a car accident or you were in something. The funny thing, I was in that car accident. I was a little nervous at first, especially when people changing lanes when they coming over, because I'm like making certain, like, you're getting a little too close. Let me see what's happening here, kind of thing. But it didn't affect me as much as I thought it would have. I thought I would be like, me and I-10 gonna be done, because I had a fear of driving in Houston traffic before. But I've been driving, it's okay. But I think once you've experienced something, being able to do a bit of the same, to know that you're safe, to have a safety plan, whatever the case may be, talking to a professional help to work through that. You don't have to be, held captive by fears and phobias and anxiety.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely. So, before we get ready to close out, there's a flip side to the fear of failure. Does anybody have a fear of success?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, people have a fear of success because, like they say, more money, more problems. So, fear of success dwells in the self-esteem realm, because sometimes people become successful, don't believe they deserve to be successful, or don't believe that they could have, or they believe that they're lucky, or they feel like they feel bad for whoever else that they passed up, and they never give themselves the opportunity to enjoy the success. And then also too, like they said, so I hear people say too, the same way you go up, the same way you're gonna go down. So yeah, I can see that fear of success driving people.
Yeah, and I'll say it like this: a lot of people, and it's even worse now with these social streets. People fake it until they make it, so to speak. Fake your way to the top, whatever little saying they got, and they feel. And once you get to a certain level, Now it's like, am I going to be able to maintain at this level, or is people going, or are people going to see the real me? And that's a
Mm.
conversation that I personally had with some folks. So yeah, is that still the fear of failure? You know what I'm saying? I guess it would be in that same category, the fear, or of people really getting to know the real you.
That's it.
Mhm. Okay.
What about you? What you think, TK? You asked the question.
I think there is a fear of success in different ways. A lot of times, we see a lot of people become successful, and the things that they encounter when they are successful, a lot of times, are the things that also makes them fail.
Hmm.
So it's like that roller coaster of you being up today and down tomorrow.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I'm with that. Okay.
I think I think that's where you have some people who end up self sabotaging some situations because they may feel like they don't deserve it. They may feel like they can't sustain the success. They may feel like um, maybe some guilt because they have been successful and the people around them have not. I know, and I don't. I'm guessing why. You'll see folks out there who maybe like entertainers. They become successful. They stay in the hood, and then they end up getting robbed or something and killed. And you may hear folks say, "Well, I won't let this success change me. I'm gonna keep doing the stuff that I was doing." I don't know if that was a fear, if that was a self sabotage, or what that situation really is about. But I know that dealing with a lot of clients who have depression, a lot of them will stay in this safe space of what is comfortable, even though it could be toxic, it could be all sorts of things. And I think sometimes we have a fear of getting out of that comfort zone, um, because that's what we know. Even when we look at relationships, if we look at, you know, maybe I dated somebody that worked at. I ain't trying to hate. Maybe they worked at Popeyes. Okay, maybe they worked at Popeyes, and I felt like, okay, I can go get me some chicken sometimes when I have to pick you up from work. But
Facts.
maybe I'm dating somebody that's a lawyer. Can I date a lawyer? What's the difference between the one in the courtroom and the one frying the chicken? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And some people may feel intimidated. Maybe it's some self-esteem stuff where they won't go after someone who could be very well interested in them that may have more success as opposed to a person. And I ain't knocking nobody that work at Popeyes.
Real
It's a
Popeyes.
living. Do your thing. I'm just looking at economics,
Yeah.
finances, who doing their thing, that kind of thing. Some people may fear that, am I good enough to date somebody that might be in this income bracket versus somebody there? Can I hold mine? You'll see, and I ain't, you'll see more men or masculine presenting folks have a issue if their uh, wife, girlfriend makes more money than them. Is that a fear? Is that an ego thing? I don't know. What is it?
Is that a
Maybe it's a
question?
little ego.
It's a statement and a question. I guess if anybody know answer to it, like
So,
what
Yeah,
is
I
the
think
deal?
it's ego.
Is
Yeah.
it a fear that I am supposed to be the provider and breadwinner,
I
and
think it's
you
a
will
self
need me?
awareness thing.
Versus if you making all the money, you don't really need me. So what am I gonna do?
I think it's a self awareness thing because I don't care how much money you make. That's not gonna make me more or less of a man. And
Okay.
in my house, I'm the man. Period.
Oh yes, sir. Okay.
So I mean, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I, you know,
Okay.
you got to be self aware. You got to know, um, and that's across the board because it's so easy. You know, people get offended when it's this term going around. Simp. I mean, come on now. You know, when people can call you what you want, whatever they want to call you. but I know that ain't gonna make me more. I know the man that I am. So no label, no attachment, no amount of money can shift that period. So,
Okay.
but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm
So
just.
do you think the people who are the opposite of the way you think are
Mhm.
fearing something about themselves? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. But I think they attach their manhood or awareness on things that can be taken away.
Okay.
So that's why if my manhood is attached to the amount of money I make, then if you make more money than I do, then you're more of a man than I am.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
It's, you know, did I answer your question?
You did, and thank you very
Yeah.
much for that. Because yeah, you have people who are intimidated
Mhm.
by folks who may have a couple more coins or maybe a little bit more education or
Yeah.
something that might be a little bit more, where they may feel that they can't date them or be in a. Now I know you get these dating shows that say you ought to have this and you ought to have that and I'll have this and I'll have that and don't take me to the cheesecake factory on the, that kind of bullshit. That's child, not
They
that
got
hot mess,
I
not
love
that hot
I
miss.
love Cheesecake Factory. They got some of the best cheesecake I ever had.
I say let's go anywhere. Hell, you can take me to Popeyes. I'm okay with it. I like Popeyes.
And then we're gonna swing by the Cheesecake Factory and get a slice.
That part. That part.
Damn
And
right.
who gonna pay for it? You wanna pay for it? Okay, give me a 2-piece with a biscuit and some red beans and rice. Thank you.
She said, "Red, I like the mashed potatoes, but I'm with you when you're right."
The red, but they start putting beans in the red beans and rice. It just be mush. I don't know what they're doing.
They played you.
You ever noticed that? It's not like I don't know if the beans overcooked or if it's just like bean juice and rice. You go to New Orleans though, you're gonna get you some beans in there. It's gonna be some beans in there, red beans and rice. Around here in Texas, I don't know what they're doing. They
Okay.
overcook the beans or something. It's just mush. It's mush. Mush and rice.
They putting the beans in the blender so everybody can eat them.
Must be.
Yeah, this conversation on fear, though. I mean, it's fear versus as opposed to phobias. I'm really glad you pointed that out. Yeah, because I don't like spiders, but if it's between me and that spider, you got to go, playboy.
I'm getting something.
Right,
Tearing
you
that
got
spider
to
up.
go. Same thing with snakes. I don't like them at all, and I will avoid you at all costs. But if you come in my space, I got to take you out. So,
Okay.
and that's the same thing across the board. Like, there's things that I don't particularly like, but I'm not gonna let it own me.
Yeah.
So even like anxiety, whatever the case is, yeah, it don't feel good, but come on now, you're not gonna have me crippled. I'm about to push through this thing. We're gonna figure this out. So, yeah, great topic, great show, great
Awesome.
tips and tools, Larnika. I appreciate you like always.
Oh, thank you kindly. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yes.
Y'all was going deep though. DA was going deep. I'm like, you know what? I might have to journal what he was saying about the change. I was thinking all this time it was failure, but it may have really been change. I have to rewrite my narrative.
Yeah, especially if you come from a family of people that like kind of if you're the first one to achieve a certain level of success, then I can see that being a thing as well.
Oh yeah, that was me. Me and probably one other cousin. Not everybody, we all kind of got it. My sister, everybody now, but at one point it was me and one other cousin in Louisiana. Yeah.
Okay, Louisiana, we're going to the boot.
That's where the peeps from. I got my roots. Y'all hear this little? I don't know what this accent is. It's a little Texan. It's a little Cajun. I don't know what it is.
It's a lot Cajun. I understand the red beans and rice fetish.
That part, okay. I might make me some this weekend for the Super Bowl because the game. I ain't watching the game. I want to see the Bad Bunny. I ain't gonna know what he talking about, child, but I just want to watch him because the people mad.
I don't want to see Seattle. I don't want to see New England. I don't want to see Bugs, Bad, none of them bunnies.
Yeah. I don't want to
I'm
see.
chilling.
I won't be watching it.
Yeah, I'm
gonna turn on halftime and maybe the commercial. I don't care about the game. I don't really care.
scrolling.
When the Eagles didn't make it, it was like, girl, why?
You was
The
devastated.
season is over. I was a little hurt, but I was happy the 49ers got beat the next game.
Yeah.
I think
I was kind of hoping Chicago would do something. I was kind of hoping Chicago would show up. You know, once Cowboys left, I was like, all right, okay, let's do something, Chicago.
Cowboys ain't finna win shit.
Ain't
Ain't
nobody else. Neither is Miami. Neither is Tampa Bay. Who?
Miami went to the national championship, so
and they're gonna be on the couch with us.
And Tampa, we still.
However, they're gonna be on the couch with us come Sunday.
We just like y'all. We went further than y'all though. We went to the playoffs.
Barely.
we won
one game.
We weren't in the stands on the playoffs.
One game
on the field.
One game. Anyway, I'm sorry, TK. We back.
Yeah.
Ooh, that ought to be another one. The folks in the football teams.
Yeah, I was hoping Chicago would stand up though, man. Bear down. Anyway.
Living in the land of Lulu.
I did not want Detroit to win though. I didn't want Detroit to do nothing. They just talk too much shit.
No. They weren't gonna win. I knew they weren't gonna win.
But anyways. I'm not going to.
That's what's
I'm gonna give me some snacks and sit in my recliner.
That's what I'm talking. I want to give the Bad Bunny his because the people mad. That's all. Maybe Cardi B will show up or somebody. I don't know. I like Cardi B. Maybe Megan Thee Stallion will show up. Who knows? They'll put all the folk up there with Bad Bunny. We'll see what happens. Watch the Doritos. Do people still eat Doritos? They used to have some good Dorito commercials. I want to see the commercials. I might just watch the commercials and pause. I can't pause. Or maybe just mute it when the game on because I don't give a damn about the game.
You gonna get some Doritos and a Dr. Pepper?
That's it. Why not? Yeah. Give me a zero Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper zero. I like the strawberries and cream are pretty good.
And then you see what movies coming out. They have the trailers for the movies, the Snickers, the old Snickers commercials when they be.
You know what? But the commercials ain't as fun as it used to be growing up.
They be at all. Things, though. I won't hold you. They not quite as a lot of stuff is. They done edited. You just can't do it.
AI. AI commercials.
They be having some pretty good ones though, man. The commercials be the height of the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. So
they used to be. They ain't been crap the last few years. They've been real dry.
Well, I disagree, but all right. Cool.
Yeah.
Each his own.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Whoever want to do their outro first.
You the host.
Yeah.
I go last.
No, you're supposed to pick somebody. I go first. Let me see.
I ain't got to pick. Y'all ain't new to this. Y'all true to this.
First of all, I don't like the octave of your voice. You hear? I need you here. Did y'all hear that?
I'm here. You ain't.
Okay, so we're talking about fear today, right? There are tools to help us, I wouldn't say overcome, but cope. There's a lot of tools, a lot of, coping mechanism. It's up to you, it's up to us to utilize those tools. The only way to get access to those tools is to talk to someone. There's a lot of therapists and counselors, and even as Larnika was talking, a lot of this stuff comes from traumatic experiences, and what happens is we get stuck. So even think about talking to a shadow work coach. They help you pinpoint what happened, and once you can pinpoint it, then there's practical steps to get unstuck. Not saying that we won't still have these moments, but with getting unstuck, then we can implement the coping mechanism that we've attained. So if this is something that you deal with, I want to encourage you to talk to someone, talk to a coach, and talk to a therapist, and a counselor may help as well. These are three different aspects, but they're also very beneficial um, to keep you from being stuck in that space of fear. So I pray that y'all got something from this particular episode. Come back and rock with us next week. That's all I got.
Most stuff.
All right, I can go next. Well, I do thank y'all once again for having me here. I appreciate the topics. And just know that you don't have to be stuck in fear. Yes, we have things that we've experienced, and things that are going on in the world is pretty scary. I mean, really, really, it is. It is what it is. But there is help out there. If you are in a great state of Texas and you need some guidance on finding a therapist that fits you, make certain you can go to www.lavalislpc.com. Follow me on social media, Larnika Lavalis LPC. If you're being real risky, you might want to follow Linky Love, but she got an alter ego that's out right now. So, I don't know. If you stumble upon that page, you might want to keep turning. But nevertheless, we all experience something. And just know that there is help out there. If you are looking for some individual help, you can get it. If you're looking for a group setting, we got that too. But once again, I thank you all for allowing me to be here in this space. And there is help out there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, come on, man. Stressing me out, bro. I'm hungry. Unmute your mic, man. Are your mic muted or something?
It don't look like it.
That's hello. Can y'all hear me?
There you
Can
go.
hear you now.
Oh, I was like, when it comes to fear, you got to face them. Face your fear. You can't hide. You can't, because fear is an internal thing. So you got to live with yourself every day. So my suggestion is face it. That's my suggestion is face it.
Okay. That makes you think that makes some sense there. Thank you, of course, Larnika. As always, we greatly appreciate you being on here because you always drop so many tools and nuggets on things. Definitely, fear can be kind of like a handicap in some spaces if you let it really take over your life. It can stop you from doing so much in life. It can actually stop you from living life altogether. So definitely try to get the help, counseling, therapy, using different tools, even tools that you got here from tonight, to try to overcome those fears so that fear will not stop you from living life, especially a life that you deserve. A lot of times fears stop us from moving forward. May that be in a job, being scared of more responsibility, or any of those things, taking a trip that you very much want to go to, achieving a lot of things in life, even success. Failure happens, but failure is usually a learning tool, for you to build off of. So definitely look forward to moving forward. Find one thing that you fear and try to work forward. Let that be something that you accomplished in this year. Um, so,
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
no, okay. Yeah. So definitely try to face one of your fears this year and try to move forward past that, to accomplish something that you've been definitely wanting to do. So we thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate those that love and support and rock with us. Thank you to both of my co-hosts as well. As always, I appreciate them. So I hope that y'all enjoy, be safe. We know sometimes the weather is still bad in some areas, so definitely be safe. For all those getting snow, I low key kind of hate a little bit, but I'm really kind of over the little winter parts.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's a little much. So definitely also, whatever you achieve, don't forget to pat yourself on the back about it. Celebrate your wins, because life can hand you a lot of losses. But next week, I don't know what the topic is going to be as of yet, but next week is right before Valentine's Day. So some of y'all might be out and about in the cut next week.
I'll be in San Antonio.
I know you
I
will.
still don't know where. She won't tell me where.
She's not supposed to tell you.
Okay, San Antonio, let me know if y'all need some suggestions.
I send a little bit of some things to her.
I need to do my research on that.
Did you tell her what not? Did you tell her what not to go as well?
It was the stones. Yeah.
Tomorrow is our amazing host's birthday. She's happy 50th. You look good to be 50.
Oh, praise God. Amen.
I will not be 50. I will be 48 tomorrow. That is the sign of a
She's gonna be 48. She's gonna be 48.
So yeah, I will be out in the San Antonio streets tomorrow.
So happy 48.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, we'll talk.
Any blessings to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be glad when your hair starts turning gray. It's not fair.
Baby. I do this for my daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah, dog.
She dyed that shit. Don't let her fool you.
I do not have gray hair. I would be very honest if I did.
Shit.
I should, dealing with y'all. I damn sure should have gray hair dealing with the people.
Don't let her fool you.
But I definitely do not have gray
It's been
hair.
great, y'all. It's been great. So, yeah.
Yes,
Again, happy
definitely.
birthday. Much love, Lanika.
Thank y'all in the comments. Thank you.
DA, my brother.
Yeah, most definite. So, yeah, and if you need some old direction on San Antonio, hit me up. Not
Get
you,
us,
Lonnie.
get us.
You don't need to know where you're at.
I'm gonna be in your inbox.
All right, y'all have a good day.
All right, y'all be safe, and we are out.
Yeah, what's up with it? Do it cause I love it and I stuck with it. We ain't with the subbing in the cut with it. Please none of the talks, I heard enough of it. Like, what you gonna do? Where you at? Who you with? You ain't really about this. Don't talk about it. Really on the move.